My name's Ed Holt. I am a registered mental health nurse, but I'm also a lecturer at the University of Essex, and I'm here to answer some questions that were put to me by some young people from the Southend YMCA, and they've been put to me, and hopefully I'll be able to answer some, or at least give some approximation as to understanding a bit more about what they're asking. So one of the questions that I was sort of being asked was about how to know when is my mental health an issue for me. Sort of putting it out there really is of knowing actually at what point is mental health an issue and when should I seek help. That might be a question that you might have. The answer isn't always straightforward because I think the way the services are, there are certain services available through GP services and possibly A&E services, but it's always knowing what's right for you and when's best to sort of do something about it really. And I suppose thinking about those issues, I tend to think about your daily life. You know, how is your daily life being affected? You know, what parts of your day are being affected and how is that a problem for you? Would really sort of help you to try and figure out what you should do about it. Certainly, you know, connect with your friends and recognise the people that aren't there, the people that you've not seen for a while or, you know, that you've perhaps not heard from. Talk to them, you know, might help just pick up on those little things that tend to get missed. I suppose thinking about mental health in general and as I was saying about your daily life, we're very familiar with the term distress. It's something that actually distress is something that we understand. But if I was to say the term eustress, perhaps not everyone is so familiar with the term eustress. Eustress is the good stress. and I suppose recognising that we do need stress in our life. We need stress to function, to get through our day. And it's sort of having that balance and recognising actually you need a certain amount of stress in the morning to get up, get out of bed. There has to be some reason, some motivation there for you. You know, why should you even bother getting dressed? Why should you even bother, you know, getting yourself, having a bath, getting cleaned up and doing your makeup, doing your hair and all that sort of stuff? There is that stress that you think, well, actually, I do need to make myself presentable. So there is this element of balancing those things. It's when there's an imbalance, I think, that there can be a problem. And the trouble with eustress is that again, there's a tipping point where you have a certain amount of stress to function, but actually there can become a point where it's too much. And we move from eustress into distress. And I suppose it's recognising at those points is perhaps when you might need to do something differently or seek help. And certainly as we're learning more about mental health, there's no shame in seeking help. There's no shame in talking about it. There's no shame in being honest about how you're feeling and how things are going. You don't have to be okay all the time. It's not necessary, I don't think. You know, it's important that we're honest about those things.